Hi everyone, hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I really appreciate you spending some time with me painting. So I'm doing a painting on a canvas board. I don't normally use canvas boards, but I just want to prove that we can also use canvas boards for fluid art. And I'm using up all my paints. I've come to the end of a colour palette. There's not enough to do a huge creation, but there's enough to do the one that I'm going to do today. I'm going to put all my colours in one cup. In one of those colours, I'm going to add a few drops of silicone oil. I'll talk about that process shortly. And then I'm going to flip the cup over, release the paint, and we're going to watch how those paints react with just those few drops of silicone oil. I've done creations like this before, but I've not used this colour palette in this technique. So I'm excited to see how those paints react. I'm glad that you're here. Let's see what we can create. So here are all my colours. I will list everything in the description box, but as you can see, I've got vibrant colours. I've got my cup there ready to pour all the paint in, and I've got my canvas board on the stands. So I'm going to take one colour at a time and place that paint within the cup. I'm also adding a couple of drops, 3 to be precise, in this green. So I'm adding that silicone oil directly into the paint and I'm just stirring it. I'm giving it a really good stir to mix that oil up with the paint. This is what I'm using. You can see there, it's treadmill lubricant oil. And now I'm just going to take those colours one by one, place them in the cup before flipping it onto the board. Okay, so that's enough paint in the cup. So I'm going to place my board on top of the cup and just flip it over. I'm then going to place the board back on the stands, and then I'm going to take the cup and release the paint that's in the cup. I can already see that silicone oil doing its magic, infused with that green, but I'm just going to use my torch. There's a few air bubbles there that I can see, and that torch will also not only pop those air bubbles, but it will encourage that paint reaction with that silicone oil. I'm now just picking up the canvas board and I'm just going to cover the board fully with the paint, just tilting it in different directions, allowing that paint to fully cover that surface area. I'm really happy with the balance of those colours and the coverage on that canvas board. And now I'm just going to use my torch to pop the remaining air bubbles, but I'm mainly going to use it at this part of the process to help that formula, that cell formulation, that reaction between the paint and that silicone oil. And as you go over the canvas board itself, you can see how those cells are starting to appear. It's about being patient and just doing this a couple of times, but being careful not to burn the paint as you do it. Okay, so I'm happy with that. I'm going to leave it to dry, but before I do that, let me just take you in now for a closer look at this wet version. And you can see how all those colours have come together and how those cells are forming, bringing in all those colours that are also underneath. It's now fully dry, so let me take you in for a closer look at the dry version. It's actually a really pretty combination of colours, and I really love how that silicone oil has helped create those cells just in some of those sections. It's not too much. We do still have block colour, but then that really finer detail of those cells with all those different colours within those cells. This was so much fun. I love using up my leftover paints and creating something really kind of unique in this way. And using a canvas board was different for me too. Just a big thank you for joining me today. I really hope you've had fun. I've had fun doing this as well. And I really hope I get to see you again in the next video. Have a great week ahead, everyone. Let me know what you're up to creatively. I love to hear about all the projects that you're doing too. Thank you so much for all of your support. It really is appreciated. Take care of yourselves. Bye.